premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the North Texas Mean Green, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Razorbacks will put total leather to crank us up. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Give to the running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job of reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Blum, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Arkansas! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whooping.
Wooooo Pig going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited. And you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board, they are going nuts.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a kick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right foot. Nice job.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. They'll run the option. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Little touch pass to the receiver. Fighting off the defender. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Makes the catch. It's Stokes. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
7, North Texas, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for a gap. It's Stokes. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFO.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as he'll try to take the 3. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. North Texas will try to pick up the 4th down here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to make magic up, and the ball squirted out. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The decision to go for it does not pan out. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Third down coming up.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
He's got his man. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. He's going to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Snagged on the outside, it's Stokes. And he is run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. A little screen to the running back. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11. Calls his own number. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Texas.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 4th down, looking to pass. They get to him as he throws. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. He will need some oomph in this one, a 51-yard attempt, and from the right side. Splits the uprights, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. North Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Send that offense back onto the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to...
Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he breaks into the open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And that one will give them the lead. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
He's in there. Two-point conversion is good and pushes the lead to 5. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Simon. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. At the 40, there he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Oh, and this receiver with his speed, he's a guy you know this QB is going to look for, especially on these deep shots. You just can't overthrow him when he's that wide open. That's a huge missed opportunity.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Buys a little time with his feet. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. From the red zone, looking for a man. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Give him 6 on the play. They'll mark it at the 9.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The pitch to the left. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that, too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going for it on 4th down.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. It's Willis. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll run it to the right. On the move at the 30. Nothing but green ahead. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had zero impact in this game.
The run to the left. At the 20, he's got space. Off he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The clear defensive strategy here is not to do whatever it was they did on the first play. They'll try to come up with a stop. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This offense is high-octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Texas Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Red Raiders. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to get it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Simon. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. North Texas in the hurry up. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. North Texas will come to the line with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Mean Green.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Trying to power it in. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and it is a 1-point game.
Arkansas, 22. North Texas, 21.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've been challenged now, Jesse, and it's up to this offense to provide an answer.
Yeah, they've got to be able to get the momentum back, David. We know that's a real thing in college football. Here late in the game, you still got the lead, but how can they answer?
And I think that's what you remember. Still got the lead. Doesn't matter the defense just gave up a score. Let's execute and keep this lead.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight.
On the ball now.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College.
Thank you.